Friday afternoon football here at Brownsville, Texas, Sam's Memorial Stadium. We've got Brownsville Hanna, the Eagles, against Donna North, the Chiefs, here on Friday afternoon football, day after Thanksgiving. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Brownsville Hanna will receive the kickoff. And the Chiefs are kicking off to the Eagles around the 10-yard line. It'll be handed off after it was received by Anthony Ambriz, but that's going to go nowhere to about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will start their first possession of the ball game. The Eagles are 3-0 this season. Haven't lost a game yet, coming off of a win last week against Brownsville Rivetta, where they were dominant on both sides of the football, winning by a score of 27-3. Well, a week later, they're playing the winless Donna North Chiefs, and right out of the gate, it's going to be a handoff on a end around. It'll be a couple yards up the middle, about 3 yards on the rush. In at quarterback for Brownsville Hanna is Diego Escobar. And here we go. We got a handoff. And that's going to go nowhere as this defense right out of the gate is applying pressure to the running game. And they're being successful. A long third down is coming up for this Eagles offense. Great start defensively for the Chiefs in that defensive line. Making the tackles, Valentin Sanchez on the defensive line wearing the number 48. And here we go, a long third down and 9. Last week, the Eagles were very successful on third and long. Let's see if they can repeat and do the same here. Receiving pressure, but that's going to be a screen, and he's going to fall short of the first down marker, bringing it to about the 27. And the Eagles are going to send their punt unit out, so the Chiefs are going to get the ball for the first time in this football game. Ryan Trinidad punting for the Eagles. Leo Ramirez going in motion. Ryan Trinidad, it's going to be a short kick, and that's going to go right out of bounds about the 48-yard line. Great field position for the Chiefs to start their first possession of the ball game. So let's see how this Chief offense lines up against this Eagle defense. Last week, Brownsville Hanna had a really great defensive attack on the defensive line, and their linebackers were bringing a lot of pressure and making it very uncomfortable for Brownsville Rivetta, who fell short and lost by 24. But here come the Chiefs right away in an end around, and he's going to go for about an 8-yard rush right out of the gate. That's Aiden Gomez. And that's going to move the chains for a fresh set of downs on the first play of the game. You watch that replay. As you can see, he just came around on the end around and just got great blocking right there and made it harder for them to catch up to him, uses speed and size to get the first down. A great start for the game for the Chiefs. Rigo Rodriguez is the quarterback for this offense. Bruce Trevino going in motion, and Rigo Rodriguez is going to call his own number. He's going to go for some yardage, a great yardage gain there. It's going to be about 8-yard gain to about the 32-yard line of this Eagles defense. And all of a sudden, the Eagles defense is starting to give up some yardage early. And the Chiefs are starting to drive. We've got 9:25 to go in this first quarter. Rigo Rodriguez calling a man in motion, but he's going to hand it off, and it's going to be a loss A nice tackle by Humberto Garcia. And it's going to be a tackle for a loss, about a 4-yard loss. It just blitzed that gap. Couldn't contain him. Dominic Mancias didn't do a great job of blocking there, so that is where Humberto Garcia was able to get that edge and bring the running back into the backfield for a loss of 4 yards. So 2nd down and 13. See what the Chiefs decide to do here offensively, but Rigo Rodriguez is just going to run it himself, cut up field and try and gain that extra yardage. He'll get about the 30, and it's going to bring about a 3rd and 9. So this is a big test early. The Chiefs haven't had a 3rd down yet. Been converting early in drives, driving all the way down to the 29-yard line from their own 48. Well, let's see if they're able to convert on a 3rd down and 8. Rigo Rodriguez is in shotgun formation. And Bruce Trevino is going to go into motion. Rodriguez is going to peel to the outside. He's going to have a man open, pass complete. And he's going to get the 1st down and more all the way down to the 17-yard line. A fresh set of downs for this Chiefs offense. Great passing, completed catch. And a fresh set of downs for the Chiefs on the 18-yard line. 7:45 to go in the 1st quarter. Here we go. Rigo Rodriguez is going to hand it off to his running back, going around, trying to find some open field. It'll get about to about the 9-yard line. And if you're the Chiefs, you want a touchdown on this possession, getting the ball around the 48-yard line. That's great field position. The Eagles couldn't quite get anything to go in the first drive. Last week, they really didn't turn it up to about the second half. They did have a 2-week layoff. And, well, their first game was last week. And they ended up coming out victorious, but a nice run up the middle. And it's going to get the ball to about the 8-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 1st down and goal at the 7. So the Chiefs offense driving down the field in this first drive. Let's see if they're able to put a touchdown on the board, which would be great for their momentum. Here we go. Rigo Rodriguez calling his own number to the outside. Touchdown, Chiefs. Rigo Rodriguez with a 7-yard touchdown. Let's watch that replay. Great blocking by his offensive line. And a great start to the Chiefs. And pending this extra point, they're going to go up a touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is I don't think the kick was good, but there is a penalty flag on the field, I believe. So they're going to re-kick it, and the penalty, I believe, went against the defense. So just still lining up things here just a little bit, trying to get the ball lined up correctly. They're going to move it up a little bit. There was a penalty on the defense. That's just going to push it up just a little bit, and they're going to go ahead and re-kick it. Snap, hold, kick is good. So we have a 7-0 ball game. The Chiefs come out early after the Eagles not being able to get anything done defensively. We're going to go to commercial break and bring back kickoff after this.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degrees.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Rio Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi.
All right, welcome back to Real Sports Live. Reeve Reyna on the broadcast this afternoon. 2 o'clock kickoff from Sam's Stadium. And the Chiefs come out with a 7-0 lead early. The Eagles couldn't get anything done offensively in their first drive. They punted it, gave the Chiefs good field position. Now they're ready to kick it off for the second time in the game. To Brownsville, Hanna. That's going to be caught at about the 4-yard line. He's going to return it past the 25, past the 30, all the way to the 34, and a great field position for the Eagles to start their second drive of the afternoon. So Diego Escobar coming back out on the field for his second drive. Let's see if he can get some balls downfield, which he did a great job of last week. And coming off that 2-week layoff, they played pretty well due to the circumstances that have been brought upon this team. But quarterback's in shotgun formation, has a running back to his right side, his left side, but there's going to be a penalty flag, and I'm not too sure it's going to go against. We'll let the official. And he's going to point towards the defense, and we'll listen to the call on the field. And it's going to push the Eagles up 5 yards, and that's going to go against the defense. And a 5-yard penalty is going to set the Eagles up at their 42-yard line. Here we go. Quarterback in shotgun formation is going to hand it off to the outside, running, trying to cut back and gain some extra yardage upfield. Is Chris Pena. He had a nice week last week, was our Real Sports Live player of the game. Pena, a sophomore with speed. And it's going to be a yard short of a first down, second down, and I believe 1 on the 46-yard line. So here we go, quarterback in shotgun formation. Got a running back is going to run to the outside, sort of in a wheel route. That's going to be pass incomplete. Had it, but then just couldn't hold on to it, bobbled it, and incomplete to Chris Pena. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. It's another 3rd down for this Eagles offense. Coming onto the field is Manny Gonzalez, who's one of the quarterback options for the Eagles offense. And he's going to go to the outside and line up in the slot. You got Ryan Trinidad at the bottom of your screen. The punter as well. Very versatile offense all the way around. And they're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and more, taking it past the 50-yard line all the way to the 49-yard line of the Chiefs. And a fresh set of downs for the Eagles. So it's going to be a 6-yard rush. Let's watch that replay. That lineman just not able to get, and the linebacker's not able to make a tackle. And that's where the play continues after contact and just continue to push his way forward. But we've got a 1st down and 10. Quarterback's in shotgun formation and complete to the tight end. That's Gilbert Morales. The sophomore tight end. Was watching him in warm-ups. Out on the field, as you can see, that pass is complete and for a fresh set of downs. But like I said, I was watching him in warm-ups, and this team has size on the receiving core. And that tight end, number 88, that's Gilbert Morales. And he has some size too. So here we go. Quarterback is going to hand it off, but it's going to be a loss of yards. He's going to be brought down, and a nice tackle. That's going to set up a very long 2nd down. That's Chris Pena's 2nd miscue of the drive. That's going to send Manny Gonzalez off the field. It's going to look at that replay right there just brought down. They're going to give him forward progress, but it's going to be a 2nd down and 14 with 4:54 to go in the first quarter. With a 2 o'clock kickoff. The day after Thanksgiving, we thank you for tuning in. That pass caught complete up and over the middle. He's going to go for the first down and more. Ethan Pena is going to go for the touchdown, and the Eagles are going to quickly tie it up with a great touchdown. Let's watch that replay. Just finds and splits his defenders. And a nice touchdown catch and run for Ethan Pena. So that's going to tie it up. Pending this extra point. But a great start, both offenses on both squads. That kick is good. 7-7. We have a ball game here. All tied up at 7. But like I was saying, both offenses playing well early. Both defenses both giving up 2 touchdowns early. But we'll see what happens. We got the final 4:30 of the first quarter right back on Real Sports Live.
The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
All right, welcome back to Real Sports Live and KBSDI TV. So the Eagles tie it up quickly on a nice about 35-yard touchdown catch from Ethan Pena. And the Chiefs will get the ball back, starting quickly offensively. And that's going to be a short kick to about the 6-yard line, and they're going to take it past the 20 to about the 22. And a great job by this Eagles kickoff team to about pin them inside their own 25. Rigo Rodriguez is a very mobile quarterback. That's one thing I've noticed so far. Let's see if he can continue to get this football down the field. As he was very successful in the first drive, going 52 yards. And here we go, first play from scrimmage in the second drive, and it's going to be a 2-yard carry for Rigo Rodriguez, calling his own number. "7-7 is your score with 4:10 to go in the first. Chiefs scoring first. The Eagles getting the ball first. Chiefs scoring after the Eagles punted it. The Chiefs go down to score, got great field position. And then the Eagles got the ball back and went all the way down the field. Had a couple of blown opportunities early in the drive that looked like the Chiefs were going to get the ball back. But they ended up prevailing and tying it up at 7 apiece. So now we have a 3rd down and 3, very manageable 3rd down for the Chiefs offense. Let's see if Rigo Rodriguez will open things up. Maybe throw the football a little bit, but he's going to just rush it to the outside, trying to cut up open field. He's going to get the first down the sideline, and it looks like he might go all the way, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds, kind of tripped up there towards the end, but it looked like he had open field, and he's down on the sideline. While they attend to him, we'll look at that replay as you just continue to run up the field. And just kind of tripped up and took an extra shove from that Eagles defender. And now he's on the sideline, but he'll be attended to by the training staff. But a nice run from Rigo Rodriguez to get the first down. And they're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll be right back. Real Sports Live after this break.
Bubba's 33 and Corpus Christi is a proud sponsor for all teams on Real Sports Live. If you can't make it to the game, then watch it on the big screen at Bubba's 33 in Corpus. Great food, great atmosphere before, during, or after the game. Stop in at Bubba's 33 in Corpus Christi, Texas.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe.
All right, welcome back inside the broadcast booth. Ruben Cano taking in. No, that's going to be Oscar Sandoval taken back at the quarterback position. He's a sophomore for Rigo Rodriguez, who is on the sideline being tended to. But on that last play before the timeout, Rodriguez ran it out of bounds and for about a 50-yard rush and a first down. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. With the quarterback now, Oscar Sandoval, a sophomore, and he's in shotgun formation calling it. And he's going to hand it in an end around, and he's going to be brought down. A nice tackle by number 28 on the defense, I believe. And a great job by this Eagles defense to force a 3rd down and 10. And here we go. Let's see how the Chiefs line up offensively here. They're in shotgun formation is Sandoval. He's has his running back right next to him, Chris Castillo. And I believe he'll get maybe a couple of yards. I think he's going to only gain a yard. It's going to set up a 4th down. And they're going to send their extra point and their field goal unit out on the field to try and make it a 3-point ball game. And watching these kickers both hitting from 45 yards in warm-up, so this is most definitely his range. The farthest kick I saw him kick was from 48 yards. So snap, hold, kick is right over the crossbar and in. A 33-yard field goal is good. It's a 10-7 ball game. Chiefs up early, 10-7. We'll be right back. Real Sports Live.
For all, Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
All right, welcome back to Sam's Stadium here in Brownsville, Texas. The Chiefs taking their lead back. It's now a 3-point game. after a 33-yard field goal attempt from the kicker is good. So we have a 10-7 game. That's going to be caught at the 17-yard line, taken past the 30. And a nice rush. The ball is loose. But quickly, they fell on it. And are the Eagles, and that was an opportunity for the Chiefs to get the ball back, but didn't have a man around the football that was able to hop on it quickly. So the Eagles get a break. And, man, that would have been an opportunity for the Chiefs. But here we go. Diego Escobar is in shotgun formation. And we're going to have a timeout. So the Eagles will call their first timeout of the half. Both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining. And maybe a little bit of a game recap right here. Let's go. So in the first possession of the game, the Eagles kind of got stalled around their the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Couldn't get anything to go offensively. A short punt with a short field. And the Chiefs get the ball about the 48. They drive down the field, and Rigo Rodriguez scores his first touchdown of the game. Then Brownsville Hanna goes the distance. And a nice touchdown catch from Ethan Pena, the junior. And the Chiefs get the ball back, drive down the field, put up a 33-yard field goal. That'll give them a 3-point lead, leaving us with a score of 10-7. But here comes a first down and 10. Escobar steps into the pocket, going to use his own legs, and he finds open field down to the 30, to the 20, to the 5, and a touchdown for Diego Escobar. The Eagles quarterback shows off his speed and size, gets downfield. Let's watch that replay. He received pressure, stepped into the pocket right there, and then that's where he went the distance. Too fast, too quick. And down the sideline, a nice job by Ryan Trinidad to open and give him some space. And the Eagles will take their lead back and try and make it a 4-point game with this field goal. Extra point was going to be kicked by Thomas Green. And the kick is going to be good. 14-10 is your score. With a great touchdown for Diego Escobar. About a 75-yard touchdown rush. Getting great blocking from his offensive line and his receiving core. Him being able to get to the outside and get upfield in a hurry. And the Chiefs weren't able to make a tackle on that run. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back, trying to score for a perfect 3-for-3 on their first 2 possessions. Eagles up 14-10 with 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's been a fun-filled first quarter with a lot of scoring on both sides, 4 lead changes. Early and kicking it off for the Eagles is going to be Thomas Green, who just nailed that extra point. And here we go. And a nice high kick all the way about to the 10-yard line, but that's going to be muffed, and they're going to have to take that, and they're not going to have great field position unless he is able to get open with it. Isaac Gomez with a poor angle on trying to get that football down the field, and he's going to have to start their drive at the 10-yard line, needing to go 90 yards for a score. So if you're the Chiefs, you want to be able to add some points on the board, whether that be a field goal. And back on the field comes Rigo Rodriguez in at quarterback for the Chiefs. That's good to see him back out on the field after being tripped up. And a nice stuff at the defensive line for the Eagles. And there's an injured player on the field, I believe, slow getting up. But it looks like he's going to stay in the game. And I believe they're only going to gain a couple inches on that rush. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. But I'm not too sure if they're going to need to run another play. I don't think they don't need to run another play before the conclusion of the first quarter. But let's see if they elect to. No, they're just going to run off the field. So that's going to conclude us here in the first quarter. The Eagles down twice, but now leading by a score of 14-10. And the Chiefs doing a great job offensively so far in this game. We have an offensive game here in the first quarter. Real Sports Live to bring you the second quarter as they get down the field and have to set up on the 10-yard line. So let's see what this offense is going to be able to do. They have a fresh quarter, 12 minutes to go in the half for the Chiefs. So one thing that would be great is for you just to try and chip away and get downfield. Maybe a first down here, or trying to set up a 3rd and short would be ideally great. The Chiefs trying to run to the outside, looking for some open field. And he's going to get to that to about the 14-yard line. That's, I believe, Luis Cavazos. On the carry for the Chiefs. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5. So here we go, Rigo Rodriguez. In that shotgun formation, has a running back, Castillo, to his left side, but he's just going to have to throw that one out of bounds. And they're going to send their punt unit out on the field as they're not able to get anything going on that drive, stranded about the 15-yard line. And the Eagles will try and put some more points with that opportunity to score again. And they're going to have great field position pending this punt. And how good of a leg this kicker has. We haven't seen him punt yet. Punting is DeAndre. Also plays corner for this Chiefs team, and that's going to be a nice high punt, but that's going to be a great field position for the Eagles, taking it past the 45, down to the 50-yard line, past the 45, past the 30, all the way to about the 28-yard line of the Eagles, of the Chiefs. And great field position for the Eagles trying to score again. You watch that replay. There's a nice return past the 50, like I was saying, and then past the 40. And then finally gets just past the 30 as the kicker was the one that was able to get him out of bounds. And here come the Eagles again. Diego Escobar, one of the captains on this roster, stepping into the pocket, is going to have to run it himself. But this time he won't get the first down. It'll be to exactly the 20-yard line for an 8-yard rush.
8-yard gain of play.
And it's going to be a first down for this Eagles offense. And trying to cut up field is Chris Pena. And it looked like there could have been a flag on that play on the defense, but they're not going to call it. But here we go. 2nd down and 2 on the 8-yard line. Let's see if the Eagles can try and punch it in for another touchdown. Escobar is going to drop back, look for some open room, and he's going to have a touchdown. Ryan Trinidad with his first of the first half. First of the game with a nice touchdown for Ryan Trinidad, the sophomore. Watch right there, just being able to break away from this linebacker core. And a great start to the second quarter for this Eagles offense. And pending this extra point, we're going to go up 2 possessions. And here we go. Snap, hold, kick is good. So we've got a 21-10 ball game here. Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this commercial break to bring you the remainder of the first half.
At Bulls Bail Bonds, our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
All right, welcome back to Real Sports Live and KBSDI TV. 9:55 to go in this first half, and the Eagles all of a sudden have scored 14 unanswered on the Chiefs defense and starting to show their true colors. Off to a slow start. The Chiefs had some momentum by leading twice early in the first quarter, and the Chiefs will get the ball back down 11 with an opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game. This offense, Rigo Rodriguez will get back out on the field. And what I really want to see with them is see if they could just able to get the ball down the field and try and make some room to score. They need an opportunity, and let's see if this offense will give themselves one. And he's going to hand it to the outside, look for some running room. He's going to get close to the first down marker, and they're going to give him a first down. And that's going to move the chains for a first down on the first play from scrimmage of this drive. As you can see, he ran to the outside. Linebackers weren't able to get there quick enough before he gets the first. So from the 35-yard line, they'll have a fresh set of downs. Before Rodriguez went out for the first time, had a nice, it was a 56-yard, after my calculations, it was a 56-yard rush that sent him up for a field goal. Aiden Gomez with an end around, and it's going to, give them a fresh set of downs as well. Back-to-back first downs for the Chiefs. Right there, not able to make the tackle, is gone through for the Eagles on the defensive line wearing number 99. And so far, the Chiefs with 2 straight first downs, 21 yards total on this drive. And he's going to do another end around, but this time he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Nice tackle by Humberto Garcia, one of the juniors on the D-line for the Eagles. And a great job to make the tackle for loss. Bringing up a 2nd down and 16, needing to get to the Eagles' 44-yard line to get the first. And there's going to be a penalty on the field. And we'll go ahead and listen to the officials make the call. So it was a penalty on the defense. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. That's going to push them up 5 yards, and they're going to go ahead and replay second down. Second down and 11 from the 45. Needing to get to their 44-yard line, like I said in the previous play. And a nice rush to the outside, but this time they're going to get the yards right back as this defense made up for themselves. And Chris Castillo couldn't find some open running room. And now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 15 for the Chiefs. And here we go. Going in motion. Aiden Gomez trying to get some running room upfield. Will get close to the 1st down marker. The 46-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. And a nice job by Aiden Gomez is doing a lot of those end-around plays. Getting a lot of play calling from that on the coaching staff. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 2. 7:13 to go in the first quarter, in the second half. Sorry, excuse me. In the second quarter. And the sun just came out from the clouds, so it's a little bit brighter on the field. If that plays any factor into this. Rigo Rodriguez in shotgun formation, getting signals from the head coaches on the sideline, but they're just going to go ahead and call a timeout. And a big pivotal moment in the game, a make-or-break moment. You get this 1st down, you continue to drive down the field and hope for some points. But if you're not able to do so, the Eagles get the ball back with great field position. And this is a 1st down that you're going to need in order to try and make a push in this game. So here we go, Rodriguez coming back on the field for a 4th down and 2 exactly. And after the timeout, let's see what kind of formation. They're in the same formation still, maybe most likely a different play call. Going in motion, they're gonna hand it off, and they're gonna be stuffed. Behind the line of scrimmage, it's going to bring over a turnover on downs, and the Eagles will get the football back with absolutely great field position. So here we go. We've got a 3-receiver set. Trips on the bottom of your screen, as you can see on the bottom. And here we go, Escobar. Pass caught complete for a 6-yard completion. And it's going to be complete for 8 yards. Escobar, great job. Complete to Pena. And Ryan Trinidad is going to cut up field and get to the 38-yard line. All of a sudden, the Eagles are starting to drive once again. Coaching staff on the sideline encouraging them to go no huddle and push the football up the field. And here we go, up the field. Continuing to run forward to the 20. Let's see where they mark it. 26-yard line. That's Anthony Ambriz. I saw him playing corner and lining up in the corner. That's incomplete to Ambriz. They had him lined up in quarter on the defense. And then in warm-ups, he was out there kicking field goals from about 30 and 40 yards for the Eagles. So very versatile at all different positions. Trinidad going in motion. He's going to get the end around, trying to find and cut up field. And he'll get close to the first down marker. Mark him a yard short. So here we go. Diego Escobar dropping back, going to the outside, going to run for the first down and try and find the end zone. And he does. Ryan Escobar with another touchdown run. That's his second of the game. Watch that replay. Just cuts up field, not able to make a tackle. And just continues to push forward. That's 3 missed tackles on the defense. And making it a score of a 17-point lead. Pending this extra point. Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is perfect. 28-10 in the first half. 5:14 to go. We're going to take a break and we're right back in Real Sports Live.
At Bulls Bail Bonds, our goal is to provide a friendly and efficient bail bond process to our customers. We want to help you with our knowledge and experience to provide a fast and friendly service. We will beat or match our competitors' price. Hours of operation are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family of Rene Martinez III would like to wish Rene and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oilfield construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
All right, welcome back to Real Sports Live and KBSD ITV. Thomas Green kicking off for the Eagles. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the offense. And here comes this offense back on the field. Rigo Rodriguez, the senior quarterback. See how this defense lines up, applying a lot of pressure throughout this first half. Not a lot of blitzes, just. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. The Chiefs call a timeout. So we'll be back after this timeout, after the commercial break.
Rustic Tea Boutique is now a sponsor for teams here on Real Sports Live. Located in Fremont, Texas, supporting both the Cowboys and Cowgirls in their games. Whether it's Twisted X shoes, a wide assortment of Sense apparel, or the latest styles for men and women in clothing or accessories, or a great selection of scented candles, Rustic Tea Boutique in Fremont is your stop.
At
CSS Photography in Corpus Christi, Texas, you can experience the latest technology in photography. Whether you're an individual or a team, you can experience photography at a whole new level. Real-time photos can be seen on screen as they are taken in-house or from remote locations.
Welcome back to Real Sports Live as there's a little end-around rush, and that's only going to go for a couple yards. So the Chiefs not being able to do much offensively since the first quarter. And now we're all the way down to the final 4 minutes of the half. And you need to get something going, put up 7 on the board before the conclusion of the half. That would be really good. Because they do get the ball at the beginning of the third quarter, end around. That's going to go try to cut up field. And isn't successful, and a nice tackle by Anthony Ambriz. Aiden Gomez gets a little bit of a rush. That's going to be a 3rd down and 6. So you watch that replay. Continues to run upfield and then takes the big hit by Anthony Ambriz. And here comes a 3rd down and 5 from the 29-yard line. A big 3rd down for the Chiefs, because you can't go for it in that territory and give the Eagles back great field positioning. And they're just going to call a zone number and run it up middle, and that's going to be short. So now they're going to send their punt unit out on the field and give the Eagles plenty of opportunity and plenty of time to add some more points on the board. And getting ready to punt. A nice high kick, but short, and that's going to take a nice bounce to the 36-yard line. That's where the Eagles will get the ball back, and this is a great opportunity. So the Eagles did win their zone of 32-6A district. In Harlingen High School, the Cardinals won their own zone. So them both winning each of their respective zones are going to play for the district title that is scheduled to be next Friday here at Sam's Stadium. So this is a great opportunity. 3-minute offense. So maybe a little bit of a situation later down in your season. You need 7 in 3 minutes. This is a good opportunity to try and come away with that and work on it. This game being a week from today for the district title here, which will be played the Eagles and the Cardinals. The Cardinals are having a week off. They're scheduled to play Brownsville Rivetta at Bogus Stadium, but they're going to go ahead and have the week off and hopefully be ready to play next week. And a rush up the middle to the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and short, not running. What I mean by that is not pushing the football up the field and trying to apply pressure, just kind of setting up, trying to take time off the clock to take it to half. And they're just going to hand it off to Pena. Pena's going to cut out field, look for some more running room, past the 45-yard line, past the 35. He's going to get the 1st down and more, all the way down inside the 17-yard line. And a great job by Chris Pena. Watch that replay. Headed up the screen top and then just continued to cut back and found the right hole, and just that's where he made his bread on that play. But they're going to call it back. And they're going to call it back, I believe, as there was a holding on that play. So first down and 10, but they're going to get the ball at midfield. So that erases that big run. But so you got 1:25 to go in the first half. You have a total of 2 timeouts. Let's see if they can try and wind something up. They have 3 receivers at the top. Escobar looking downfield. That's going to be complete to Trinidad, who's going to go for the first down and more to the 32-yard line. Right there, Escobar steps into the pocket. It looked like he was going to go to Trinidad, but that's Josh Vela. That's a junior on this team. He's very versatile as well in at quarterback. So he's listed on our roster here. And Chris Pena is going to get the handoff up the middle and go for only a yard or so, but there's a penalty flag on the field, and let's see where they call it and place it. Appears to be against the Eagles. Also, yeah, it's going to be against the Eagles, the official pointing. So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a holding on number 88, but Brownsville Hanna is going to call a timeout, leading 28-10. And it looks to be that they'll go that way into the half, pending any score change in the final 44 seconds. Let's see if they're going to try and draw something up here. But for now, solid first half play from the Eagles, trying to turn things up and get ready for next week. And they have a big game here at home to host the defending 32-6A district title. The Cardinals winning it last year, going perfect all season long, staying undefeated, winning all the district games, and then hosting Edinburgh Vela in the first round and falling short to Vela. And got bounced early in the first round, so Harlingen definitely wants to play redemption and win that title again and try and make a deep run into the playoffs. And here comes Escobar looking downfield. That's complete. Caught to Trinidad. No tackle is made. Down the sideline is just going to get out of bounds and kind of tripped up. And he's going to get to about the 12-yard line. A great play, 23 yards to Trinidad. You watch that replay. That's the run after the catch. That's big right there. Cutting up field and getting out at the 14. Escobar has a man open at the top. Didn't see him. That's complete to Pena. And trying to rush to the line of scrimmage is Diego Escobar. And they do have one timeout in their back pocket. Escobar in shotgun formation, looks deep, has an open Trinidad. And in for the touchdown. The Eagles will add on to their tremendous first half with another touchdown to Trinidad. And that's his second of the ball game. Great awareness from this quarterback, Escobar. And the Eagles will take and try and take a 25-point lead going into the half. Very frustrating half for the Chiefs after coming out, as that extra point is good after coming out early with a touchdown, putting up another score, leading twice. And then all of a sudden, the Eagles turn their wheels on, and that's going to bring only 9 seconds to go in the half. Ryan Trinidad, that's his second touchdown. Diego Escobar has 2 touchdowns himself. That brings us to a total of 4. And then the lone touchdown for Ethan Pena, which was the first of the night for the Eagles. And then Escobar with 1, Trinidad with 1, and then Escobar with another, and then Ryan Trinidad with the final touchdown of the half for the Eagles. Man, they're just going to kick this one away. And I'm not too sure if Donna's going to try and push it upfield. Only 9 seconds in the half with only 1 timeout remaining. Using both timeouts sort of early in the half. One on a big 4th down opportunity, and then one on the last drive. Just wasn't set up correctly, so they had to call a timeout. But now there's only 9 seconds, and it's going to kick it short to about the 10-yard line, not trying to give them any running room and forcing them to run to the final 2 seconds of the half, and they're going to send their defense out on the field. But for most likely the last play of the half. But from what I've seen early of this Chiefs offense is they're just not electing to throw the football. And it's starting to show that you have had a play calling of such as it's just a lot of end arounds and rushing to the outside. And not much running room is being allowed by the Eagles, but that's going to take us to the half. It's going to bring up a 35-10 lead for the Eagles. We'll be right back in 24 minutes to bring you the remainder of the second half, third quarter, and the fourth quarter. Real Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Bonnie there? Do you know Bonnie's there? All right, thank you. No? All right, thank you.
tomorrow's games here at Sam Stadium, 11 a.m. Lopez Lobos will host Mexico East Wildcats. And at 4 p.m., Northern Honolulu Chargers host the Pink Vikings. In playing games for next weekend, the Hanna Eagles will play here next Friday night, 7 p.m., not 7:30, but 7 p.m. next Friday as they host the Harlingen Cardinals. Next Saturday, we have a doubleheader here at Sam Stadium. December 5th, Saturday, 1 o'clock p.m., the Porter Cowboys will host the McAllen Mickey Roll Warriors. And at 6 p.m. next Saturday night, the Pink Vikings will host the McAllen Bulldogs. These are playing games for next weekend for the Eagles, Cowboys, and Vikings. Fourth quarter score, Mexico Panthers 24 to Fresno South 18. The final score today, San Benito Greyhounds 42, Harlingen Southhawks 7.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
DS Oilfield Construction and the family.
All right, welcome back to Sam Stadium to start the second half here. Brownsville Hanna with a 35-10 lead over Donna North. Rio Sports Live, Reeve Reyna in the broadcast booth. KBSD ITV bringing you the broadcast 2 o'clock kickoff this afternoon. Day after Thanksgiving, Turkey Week. Hope you're enjoying your holiday week. And thank you for tuning in to this afternoon. We've got 24 minutes left of football, 12 minutes in the third quarter coming right up as the Eagles will kick it off to the Chiefs. And let's see if they're able to get some offense going, see if they can shake off a couple of first half miscues, just not able to get anything going. But let's see how the Eagles defense will respond as well, playing excellent. After the first couple of minutes in the first quarter was kind of shaky. But now, with a 25-point lead, we'll bring you the rest of the half here on Real Sports Live. So that ball is going to be taken on to the 25-yard line after muffing it towards the end zone. He's going to take a knee in the end zone, give it a touchback. At the exact 25-yard line, Rigo Rodriguez back out on the field. He has the only touchdown for the Chiefs in the first half. And here we go in motion right out of the gate. But he's going to call his own number and just slide to the ground and avoid contact and bring up a 2nd down and 14 of a loss of 4 on the first play from scrimmage at the half. So Rodriguez is in shotgun formation, has been in shotgun formation a lot, but here comes Aiden Gomez, who's received the end around a lot during this first half. But now in the second half with the first carry is going to go to Chris Castillo, who's listed as a receiver on my roster here, but's been getting a lot of the workload out of the backfield in the first half. But now that's a 3rd down and 9. And an early 3rd down and long. The Chiefs have been very unsuccessful on 3rd down and long. That's Aiden Castillo trying to hurdle a defender. Man, that's going to go nowhere. It's only going to gain about a yard or 2. They're going to mark it as a 2-yard gain, but let's see right here. With the replay, a nice handoff, but just didn't take the right hold. Decided to try and hurdle, but got tripped up. And it's a 3rd down and 7, and they're going to bring their punt unit out onto the field as DeAndre is going to go ahead and punt for the Raiders, and the Eagles will, the Chiefs. And the Eagles will get the ball back at the 46. Ryan Trinidad trying to take it past the 45 is successful all the way down to about the 47-yard line. And that's where they will start their possession of the second half. It's Diego Escobar with 2 rushing touchdowns in the first half. 2 rushing touchdowns and 3 touchdowns thrown with his arm. A solid performance in the first half. But let's see what we can get together here. This offense. And that's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage, but breaks off his defender. Chris Pena is going to go for a touchdown after not being able to be tackled. Looked like he had a loss of yardage on that one, but just opened things up. Chris Pena with his first rushing touchdown of the afternoon after having 2 last week. Gets his first one. As you can see on your replay on the screen, it just looked to see that he was going to get tackled in the backfield, but was able to break off that defender that had his leg wrapped up. And then just right then and there, that's when he was able to break open. Snap, hold, kick is good. So it's a 42-10 ball game with 10:13 to go in the in the second half, in the third quarter. We're at the half, in the second half now, so we've got 10:13 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a little commercial break, and we'll be right back after this break.
Place as you leave the room. Special events, no problem. Take your pose. Choose your background. This is a veteran-owned company, a Texas Hub certified company, over 3 years in service in Corpus Christi, Texas. TSS Photography. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North.
All right, welcome back to Real Sports Live. So we've got a 42-10 ball game with 10:13 to go in the third. And a kickoff for this senior Thomas Green, all the way down to about the 25-yard line where it'll be taken. And let's see if the Chiefs will get something offensively. So as of right now, Hanna's supposed to play host to Harlingen High School. The Cardinals come here next week, but their game being postponed this evening to play host to Rivetta. We'll have to wait and see on that result for next week's game. But here we go, handoff up the middle, and that's going to be to Luis Cavazos, listed as an outside linebacker on my roster here. Is also taking snaps in the backfield for the Chiefs. Second down and 7, ball on the 29-yard line for a lengthy second down and 7. But Rigo Rodriguez in shotgun formation. Going in motion is Castillo, but they're going to hand it off to Cavazos instead, and he'll get a 3-yard rush. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. San Benito taking a victory over Harlingen South. Harlingen South. And a nice run by Luis Cavazos. Harlingen South having a very disappointing year after only 1 win to this Donna North team. Depending on the scheduling, but they play today at San Benito. We'll have to wait and see what happens for next week. Let's see what they have here. It's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to lose 3-4 yards on that run. A lot of people had Harlingen South being very good this year. Great roster. But quickly was they had a rough year early out of the gate, and Harlingen beating them. The only win was against Donna North and almost intercepted, and that was thrown deep. Rodriguez couldn't find his intended target. But their crosstown rival, Harlingen, the Cardinals, continue to play great football as they've done that over the past several years. And they're going to try and play for a district title here next week. And here we go, end around again, once again called by the coaching staff, and it looks sort of like the Eagles know what position they're going to be in. Aiden Gomez not able to get the first down, so they're going to go ahead and have to punt it. And back deep to receive is Anthony Ambrice and Ryan Trinidad. They're gonna give the ball to the Eagles at the 31-yard line with 7:04 to go in this third quarter. So the Eagles trying to play turn up for next week. And that's going to be thrown to the outside to Manny Gonzalez with the completion. Bring up a 2nd down and 4 from the 38. Excuse me, about 38. So we've got 2 receivers at the top. Diego Escobar is in shotgun formation with Chris Pena right behind him. And he's going to hand it off to Pena, who's going to try and find some open running room, cutting to the outside. past the 50, past the 40, all the way past the 30, into 20. And he's going to go the distance for his second touchdown on back-to-back possession. The Eagles really opening things up here in Brownsville. And watch that replay. He just continues and fight through plays. This sophomore running back found an opening there, broke off 2 tackles there, and up the field. And great job by Ryan Trinidad to give a nice extra block. And that's going to give Chris Pena his second touchdown, his fourth in the past week, his fourth in the past 2 games, as that extra point's just going to flip in there and be able to take a 39-point lead, 49-10. Eagles up over the Chiefs. We'll be right back with kickoff after the break.
As a third, would like to wish Renee and his fellow teammates the best of luck for the 2020 football season. For any oil field construction needs, please contact DS Oilfield at 361-396-0059, Alice, Texas, or Logan Wilson at 361-701-8892 at any time. Thank you. Let's go jerseys from DS Oilfield.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
All right, Hanna kicking it off to the Chiefs. Back around the 10-yard line, trying to take it past the 20, past the 25 to about the 27. And the Chiefs will start their drive there. Donna North, one of 2 high schools in Donna, Texas. The other one being the Redskins. But to bring in a total of 2 high schools, this is Donna North we have today, this afternoon, and Luis Castillo is going to run to the outside and get to about the 30-yard line. But going back and talking about that last possession for Brownsville, Hanna, Chris Pena with 2 touchdowns. And that's made him successful in the last 2 possessions coming out of the second half. Not really much running action in the first for the Eagles. And it's been a difficult afternoon for the Chiefs, but Hanna's been very successful. So 2 touchdowns rushing on the run for Diego Escobar in at quarterback. Ryan Trinidad with his 2 touchdown catches. Ethan Pena with his solo touchdown in the first quarter. And Chris Pena in the third quarter with already 2 touchdowns. And the lone touchdown for Donna North is Rigo Rodriguez with his legs on a first down and goal from the 7 in the first quarter. And they're going to have to bring their punt unit back onto the field. For another 3 and out for this Chiefs offense. Here we go. Nice snap and good kick. And that's going to great field position for Brownsville. Hanna taking it past the 45 to the 48-yard line. And that's just been something that the Eagles have had much success on, is getting great field positioning to set themselves up with short field so that they don't have to go the distance for a touchdown. And them doing it in very little time as well. Not so much having the football a lot in the first quarter, I think resulted in Donna taking a first quarter lead early and then leading twice early in the game by a score of 7-0 and then later on 10-7. But that's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Escobar quickly goes to the sideline asking for the next play. Maybe that one was blown up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Josh Vela checks into the game for the Eagles. One of the quarterbacks on this roster as a sophomore listed. Diego Escobar, the senior, his last season with this Eagles offense. So trying to get the best out of his team, his last ride with the Eagles. Ethan Pena is going to get the end around and cut it upfield for a gang of about 5. Ethan Pena with the first touchdown for the Eagles tonight this afternoon, and after that, it's been 42 straight points for the Eagles, 42 unanswered. Doing a great job. And now we have a 3rd down and 5. We've got Manny Gonzalez in the slot. And Ethan Pena, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen, but they're just going to hand it off, but that football is going to be loose, and the Chiefs have it. Chiefs come up with a takeaway. Moses Ochoa comes up with the takeaway. We'll watch that replay. Just not able to contain it, and they quickly fall on it. And Ochoa with a nice takeaway that has to feel good for the Chiefs, as they haven't gotten a takeaway all football game. No one has gotten any turnovers yet, so that's the first turnover of the game. Rio Rodriguez not turning the ball over to the Eagles, and they're just going to hand it off to run into the outside, try and cut back, but there's a penalty flag thrown in the backfield, and I believe they're going to call it as a holding on the Chiefs. And it was a 10-yard penalty. Diego Escobar checking into the game to play defense for the Eagles is their starting quarterback. So now is in that corner. And quickly another fumble, but the Eagles said that they have it, and they do. The Eagles quickly take another football away. That's 2 turnovers in the past 3 plays. We haven't had one all game, but that's the first turnover in the last 3 plays. One for both squads. And the Eagles are going to get great field position. On the 40-yard line, here we go, Eagles with the football. And Diego Escobar is going to hand it off to the outside, fumbling the last time. And they're going to lose a couple of inches on that run. They'll mark it right at the 40 once again. .118 to go in this third quarter. as it's been a really high-scoring game offensively for the Eagles, and John Rios is in at running back for the Eagles. And hasn't been finding the right holes so far. And he's going to stay out on the field, taking the load off of Pena, who's had a great third quarter with 2 touchdowns and doing all of the scoring for the Eagles in the third. Escobar receiving pressure, is going to look deep. He's going to have Trinidad wide open, run up the seam, and a touchdown. But that's going to be quickly called back, and it's going to go against number 17, Ethan Pena, for, I believe, a blindside hit. So we'll wait for the official call, and that one's going to come back. I believe he could have avoided that situation. He would have ended up scoring anyways, using his speed, and he was already to the outside and just took a hit, but we'll listen in. And it wasn't a blindside block like I had said previously. So it is going to be a first down and 10 on the 27-yard line. And Escobar and Pena talking a little bit during that break, but Josh Vela is going to get close to the first down marker all the way down to about the 20. And that's going to conclude us here in the third quarter, the fourth and final quarter. We'll be right back. After the fourth quarter, we'll be right back. 49-10. Real Sports Live, KBSD ITV will bring you the fourth in just a moment.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Moore Funeral Home, serving Refugio, a county family since 1969. A family-owned business. They're here to serve you every need. Winston, Judy, and Mark Moore.
All right, Escobar receiving pressure, trying to find running room to the outside. He'll get past the 10. And for a fresh set of downs, a first down for the Eagles. So a little bit of a score update. Weslaco just beat Los Fresnos by a score of 24-18. San Benito also taking the win against Harlingen South, like I said earlier. And then Harlingen's game against Brownsville Rivetta getting canceled. So this is the last 32-6A game of the afternoon, and it's in the fourth quarter with 11:45 to go, and the Eagles are knocking on the door for another touchdown this afternoon. Three passing touchdowns for Escobar and 2 on the rush, as over 100 rushing yards on the afternoon. 2 long touchdowns. Escobar is going to call his own number. And he's going to get in his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. You can see nice blocking right there. And then that's where he finally just gets in there. A great rushing touchdown for Escobar. And that has to feel great. That's his 3rd. Leading by a score of 55-10 pending this extra point. He's been perfect from the extra point all afternoon. And a snap, hold, kick is going to be, wait for the official word, that's good. So it's 56-10, and the Eagles are starting to turn things up. Diego Escobar with his third touchdown on the rush. We'll bear back after this commercial break to bring you the remaining of the fourth quarter.
All the way to state.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC, located on the square in Woodsboro, Texas, specializing in row, crop, and pasture rangeland, serving farmers and ranchers in multiple counties since 2011. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer. 1-800-573-5166, Stacy Neiman Insurance Agency, LLC.
I want to welcome you back to Real Sports Live, as the Eagles will kick it off to the Chiefs. And here they go past the 30-yard line to the 34. Doing a good job of getting that football down past the 30 to about the 34. Want to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon. So Real Sports Live, KBSD, ITV, Reeve Reyna, the broadcast booth, bringing you special Friday afternoon football, day after Thanksgiving. And hope everyone had a safe and happy holidays as we finish off the holiday week with some football. We've got more football here tomorrow afternoon. We'll get into that one in just a little bit. As there was a loose helmet out on the field, but he'll laugh about it and put his helmet back on. That's the senior and the captain on the defensive line. That's Rolando Gonzalez as he comes off the field for Hanna. And the Eagles leading by 46-point lead, 56-10. In the final 10:25 to go in the fourth. Rigo Rodriguez motioning a man in motion. And he's just going to hand it off up the middle, try and find some running room, cuts back, and looks upfield before he trips for the first down to the 46-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for Luis Cavazos. Watch that replay there, a missed tackle on the defensive line, and just finally just tripped up. Tackle was made by number 28, Ulysses, one of the corners on this team, the senior. And here comes Rigo Rodriguez. He's going to hand it off, but a big hit at the line by these middle linebackers. A great job at the line of scrimmage to push him back for a loss of about, I believe, 1 yard. Here we go. Rodriguez, you see on the screen. Big hit right there. Boom. And a nice job. And a great hit by Raymond Reyes. Running to the outside, looking for some running room, is Aiden Gomez. As we approach the 9-minute mark. In this fourth quarter, tomorrow afternoon, we've got 2 football games here at Sam's Stadium as we finish that rush and bring up a 4th down for the Chiefs. Tomorrow afternoon, Weslaco East comes to the host. Brownsville Lopez will host Weslaco East at 11 o'clock. Here tomorrow morning at 11 at Sam's Stadium. Later that afternoon, Brownsville Veterans and Brownsville Pace will battle it out here at 4 o'clock. That one will be on, both of them will be on Real Sports Live, as well as this one. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back pinned inside the 4-yard line. A great punt for the Chiefs with 8 minutes to go. So like I said, we've got 2 football games on deck. Tomorrow, Weslaco East will come play Lopez here at 11. And later that afternoon, Veterans will play Brownsville Pace. Brownsville Veterans and Pace will play at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So here come the Eagles, pinned inside their own 4-yard line, and this is another opportunity for them to turn it up a notch with them having to play next week against Harlingen, pending any cancellations or schedule changes. But this would be a good drive for them to drive down the field, so you try and maybe work on some timing and some offense as Marco Menchaca comes onto the field. And it looks like he'll take some snaps with Diego Escobar on the sideline. Receive pressure, and that's going to be a safety for for the Chiefs. A safety for the Chiefs. And they're going to get the football back with 7:16 to go. You watch the replay. The offensive line wasn't able to make a block for him. And just received the pressure from the defense. And that gives the Chiefs 2 points. So they're going to receive a punt here from the Hanna Eagles. So here we go. The Eagles will kick it off to the Chiefs after giving up 2 points on the safety. And back to receive is Aiden Gomez. Gomez will take it past the 30 and past the 35 to the exact 35-yard line. Got pushed back a little bit. And the Chiefs will start their drive with exactly 7:07 to go in the 4th. So here come the Chiefs trying to line something up offensively. They have 2 receivers at the top of the screen. Rodriguez in at quarterback, and he's going to hand it off to his running back. for a gain of exactly 3 yards to the 39-yard line. That's exactly 4 yards. Handed to Luis Cavazos. Second down and 6 is this is a game where the Eagles, ever since the second quarter, have take a commanding lead. The Chiefs had a grasp in the beginning of the game. Luis Cavazos took a big hit there. And a nice tackle by Pablo Rodriguez and Raymond Reyes. But like I was saying, ever since that beginning frame, Donna was up 7-0, and the Eagles tied it up at 7-7. I'd figured they'd turn it up a notch, being such a good team as they did last week. I believe Rivera scored first as well. And then only leading finally after that, they were only leading by a score of 10-7. And ever since then, it was a lot of unanswered points. There's a total of 6 unanswered touchdowns. And the Chiefs will punt again to about the 36-yard line of the Eagles. Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this short break.
Off Highway 281 is the Oasis Restaurant, serving great food daily. And if you can't make it to the game, then watch it while you eat. Carry out and dine in available. Great selection of food for any taste and supporting local athletes all the way. The Oasis Restaurant in Fremont, Texas.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender.
All right, welcome back to Real Sports Live. And at quarterback, another change. And Marco Menchaca. And at quarterback, the junior on the roster that I have in front of me. A rush up the middle, that'll go nowhere, only a gain of about a yard. So the normal starters out on the sideline. Manny Gonzalez on the sideline. Diego Escobar, the quarterback, who had a great afternoon. Marco Machia to the 50-yard line. That'll be a fresh set of downs for a first down. Ryan Trinidad on the sideline. Not in the game anymore. Josh Vela, the young sophomore, will stay in the game and try and get some reps. Ethan Pena on the sideline. With his brother, Chris Pena. James Dorsett running to the outside, and only getting 4 yards. Dorsett checks into the game for Brownsville Hanna. As the nice run for a first down, as I was going to say, Ethan Pena and Chris Pena, one only a year older than another, but one junior and one sophomore. They just played great football this afternoon. With 3:07 to go in the fourth, the Eagles starting to push it down the field and get first down after first down. Let's see if they can add some more points on the board before the conclusion of this one is over. They have 2 receivers set on each side. And another rush up the middle, but that's only going to go for about a yard or two to about the 32-yard line. All right, here we go. It's going to hand it off to Josh Vela. Is going to take it inside the 30. Marco Mancia, the junior, taking it over at quarterback, getting a lot of the reps, but our Rio Sports Live player of the game is going to go to Diego Escobar, the quarterback, who had 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 touchdowns on the air with 3 throwing touchdowns. 2 of them went to Ryan Trinidad and 1 was the lone Ethan Pena in the first quarter to bring him to a total of a part of 6 touchdowns today. That's a high amount of, it's a high number that you usually don't see. But he's going to go ahead and get the Real Sports Live player of the game. As we approach the final minute here on Real Sports Live, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to Turkey Week football here in the Rio Grande Valley. The final game in 32-6A this afternoon, and Brownsville Hanna will hold on to win by a score of 56-12. And a turnover on downs, and the Chiefs will get the ball back for most likely, I believe, only 1 or 2 more plays left in the tank. With the clock almost expiring, we're at 48 seconds to go. So Weslaco will come out victorious today over the Falcons. They'll be a winner in 32-6A. San Benito will also be a winner in 32-6A. And Brownsville Hanna will do the same. Remember that Harlingen and Rivetta game got postponed which was supposed to be tonight at 7 at Bogus. But scheduled next Friday night here at Sam Stadium. Harlingen will travel here and the Eagles will host Harlingen for a huge game next Friday night. Both teams being undefeated in this district, both winning their own respective zones. So that should be a good one. The Chiefs will lose this afternoon and will still be winless on the season. Showed great promise in the first quarter, but ultimately not able to get anything done. And that's going to conclude it here for Rio Sports Live. KBSDI TV, Reeve Reyna inside the broadcast booth. I'll be back here tomorrow for 11 o'clock kickoff. Want to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon, and so long from Brownsville, Texas. So Sam's Memorial Stadium. Eagles win big over the Chiefs, 56-12. Brownsville Hanna over Donna North. Reeve Reyna signing out from Sam Stadium. Remember, the player of the game, Diego Escobar. Real Sports Live will be back tomorrow for 11 o'clock kickoff.